Hey guys, this is question MM095 of the Maths Methods Sharpened Study Guide. We've got a function f of x equals 2 over x. We want to find h where h of x equals f of 2x and state the maximal domain for which h is defined. So let's rewrite our equation. We've got f of x equals 2 over x. And what we want to find is f of 2x. Now, firstly, f of 2x is equal to 2 over 2x, which equals 1 over x. That's good to know, which means that we want f of 1 over x, because f of 2x is equal to 1 over x, which means f of x is 2 on x, and if we have f of 1 on x, we actually want to replace all the x's in f of x with 1 on x. So we get 2 over 1 over x. One of the rules of a fraction like this is we take this x and multiply it by the front, which means we get 2x over 1, which means we get 2x, which is our final answer. So that's our 2x. However, we still have one more thing to do. So this is our first mark here, and our second mark is stating the maximal domain for which h is defined. So normally, actually, I've forgotten something. Naughty. Therefore, h of x equals 2x. Don't leave it as f of 2x. Make sure you write h of x. So that's our first mark. However, we still need to state the maximal domain. Now, normally, y equals 2x would have a domain of r. However, because our original domain had the domain of r negative, or all negative real numbers, this function also needs to have the domain r negative. So my final answer, how I would write it, it would be h of x equals 2x, and dom h of x, domain, equals r negative. So I would square that off. This here is your first mark, this here is your second mark. Don't forget the domain. Always, once you've completed the question, go back and read the question and make sure that you've answered everything that it's asking for. And that'll allow you to check for decimal places as well, or whether you need it in exact form or to 3 decimal places, etc., etc. So that's your final answer. Now moving on to question B, what we now need to do is evaluate h of -1 to 24, so the inverse of h where x equals 24, where inverse of h is the inverse function of h. So we know from our previous answer that h of x equals 2x, so we let y equal 2x, and for the inverse, this is a pretty straightforward inverse, swap x and y. So we swap x and y, get x equals 2y, which means that y equals x over 2, which means that inverse of h equals x over 2. However, again, we're not finished. What we now need to do is sub in 24, which means that we get 24 on 2, which means that we get h inverse of h where x equals 24 equals 12. And that would be your 1 mark.